World War II aerial dogfight over Tramore. Tramore, which is situated in a serene and tranquil region of Ireland, was not much impacted by what was happening elsewhere in the globe during World War II. Food was rationed and everyone was aware of the war, but life went on as usual. Things changed drastically on August 23, 1942, as the locals were on their way to a 10 a.m. service at the church when they heard a tremendous boom coming from a German aircraft being pursued by 2 British Spitfires. The Junker suddenly lost altitude and was attacked, forcing the locals to duck for cover as bullets poured down on the street. After coming under fire from British Spitfires, the German Junkers 88 made an emergency landing in a field not far from Carriglong. Action was taking place across Tramore Bay, Street Otterans Terrace, and the racecourse, but it was only a small portion of a much bigger set of activities that had begun hours earlier. This is how the day evolved. 4 German Luftwaffe airmen, Paul Stormer, pilot, Karl Hunt, Gottfried Berndt, and Joseph Freiser, flew off on a reconnaissance mission to gather information on Belfast harbour in Northern Ireland from a tiny airport outside of Paris. Numerous lookout boxes and British radar ultimately caught sight of the Junkers 88 as it flew around the east coast of Ireland, scrambling any available Spitfires to intercept. The Junkers 88 was being pursued by the first Spitfire on the scene, which was flying above County Meath when it was attacked and destroyed in an air battle. Officer Boleslaw Sawiak, the pilot, passed away from his injuries later on at a hospital. 2 other Spitfires from Wales arrived on the scene not long after Sawiak lost control of his aircraft. They pursued the Junker southward but were forced to turn back when they ran out of ammo and gasoline. On its journey back to France, the Junker flew through Kildare and Kilkenny as it made its way toward Waterford. When the plane was above Waterford, 2 additional Spitfires, this time from Wales, joined the battle, forcing it to make an emergency landing in Tramore. The 4 Luftwaffe troops were detained at gunpoint by a local farmer who saw the Junker crash on his property and rushed out to give aid. After calming them down, he returned them to his home where they were served a full Irish breakfast. The guys were taken into custody by the Irish Army later that day and detained at the Curragh camp. Years later, after the war, one of the German officers visited Tramore once more to revisit the large bay where his aircraft had fallen.